Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So this is the last vacation reading from me, pre-recorded, pre-scheduled, pre-uploaded. I'm actually, well, I will be back in town now, but I will not have had a chance to do this yet, so I'm planning ahead. I'm trying to work smart, not hard. Well, you still gotta work hard, but you know, don't make it harder than it has to be. I don't know if that's a message for you. Work smart, not hard. I learned that valuable lesson from an older Jewish gentleman. And I say that just because he was part of a synagogue. So that was definitely like a part of his persona in his life. And he was always dishing out words of wisdom. He was awesome. And he was one of my clients back a long time ago. And I actually had 2 synagogues to go to, and I got this emergency call and I rushed to his. And I never ever went there unless it was Friday, like after 2-3 p.m. It was the Sabbath started and no one was there or something, I don't remember. So anyways, it wasn't the right place. And he just looked at me and he said, Cindy, you would have known not to come. You should have known better, then it wouldn't have been. Well, I assumed, that's what he said. He says, you young lady, you need to work smart, not hard. I was like, huh, that's interesting. Like, I think I was like 22, 23. Work smart, not hard. 24. It was 20, I don't know. I was very wet behind the ears. So work smart, not too hard. Maybe put that in. You still gotta work hard, but don't be silly. Don't be dumb. Utilize all the information that you get, right? All right, Taurus, what is the general energy of the message that cometh forth for you? The general message. Actually, really, yeah, I really loved the, I used to work down sort of in the Toronto area, like right in the Toronto area. I had quite a bit of, like old Jewish bakeries and Italian bakeries that I used to go. They were always the best. They always, at the end of a Friday, they were always having a drink, man. I had to have a drink with them. Look at you. You have the elk. You have the elk card. You're like the big boss elk. What are you doing? You are doing something. You are being like the boss. You're being your boss. You're owning it. I'm going to say is, if it was anything I wanted to say in the tarot, this would be like the King of Pentacles, man. This is it. This is grounded. This is being successful. This is having control in your life. This is having the answers when people have questions. You're kind of like that old guy, you know? Yeah, you got to work smart, not hard. You got to work smart, not hard. The elk energy. Harnessing too. Taking advantage of lunar cycles, eclipses. There's been a lot of that. Like, I'm recording this a few weeks prior here, and there's been... we've had some eclipses. We just come out of a full moon. I think it was in Scorpio. You are really, really in tune. If you're not, you're about to. Or your spirit guides are just trying to say to you, like, pay attention to how you feel, how your mood is, what your energy levels are, and even take the time to record that on a calendar and line that up with moon cycles and whatnot, and kind of see how that fits for you. It's interesting. I learned a little bit about that like years ago when I wanted to have my son. I wanted to get pregnant. And one of the things that I had read, and I thought, I don't know, and actually it ended up being true, because I think I got pregnant on that cycle, was for women. It doesn't work for women. I don't know if it works for men, if your sperm are more potent. But if you look and see when you were born, what the moon phase was in when you were born, apparently that is a very strong moon phase for you in a fertility way as well. I want to say like just abundance, manifesting. So yeah, I was born on a new moon. So the new moon, and I do believe I did. I remember thinking, damn, I did on that. So, well, you don't. So when your cycle starts for women, right? Like when you get your period, when a new cycle starts, it happens to line up with the cycle of a moon that you were born on, is a very fertile period. So again, that information is coming out for you for some reason. I haven't thought about that in a long time. And I haven't thought about that dear old Jewish guy. I have not. Yeah. If he's still around, I would not know. He was smart. I love that he was always hard. And his wisdom was always wise. At least when you're like in your early 20s, it's like you suck everything up from the world because you don't know anything, right? Well, you think you do. You come out of college, you're like, I don't know everything. And you get out there like, I don't know shit. Like, I don't know anything. Well, no, maybe not. I think as you get older, you realize. I don't know. If you can't tell, I'm ready for vacation. I'm ready for vacation. I think I'm already there in my mental headspace. Look at you, see? You're magicianing. You are magicianing. You are 4 of swords. You're resting, recovering, so that you can get ready for action. Look at you. Look at that. You want to see what you got? Yeah. You've got the Magician, the 4 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. It's a lot of swords energy. That is a lot of swords energy, my dear little earth sign. And the Magician is like Gemini, right? Like it's like Gemini, so. You know, because this Magician tells us, okay, and you're kind of doing this with the elk, you're utilizing things. Energy, cycles, you're utilizing those to your benefit here. I really feel that. And the Magician is here to remind us that. Like if you're going to manifest, I know why I was talking about that guy now. Because it's really like information that you receive, hang on to that. It might pay off one day. Or somebody's telling you something, maybe it doesn't mean anything right now. Down the road, it might apply to something in your life. So the Magician is knowing when to utilize all of the tools that we have on hand for ourselves. And all of the tools, the wand is your passion, your creative spark, your desire, your oomph, your go and do it, go and get it kind of energy, as well as that creative, you know, ooh, what can I do today? And then the cups are your feelings and your emotions and your intuition. And the swords are your it could be like your psychic ability, your clear thinking, your planning, your strategizing, your truth. And then the pentacles, the coins, I always like to say that that's like being grounded, knowing when to be grounded, to bring yourself back down, to be grounded, but also when to invest in yourself. That's something that we forget about a lot in our journey in life, as well as manifesting. You need to invest in yourself sometimes. If there's a project or some sort of business, anything that you want to start, you need to invest in yourself somehow, whether that is like actually a financial investment or just investing in yourself, like taking a course. If maybe your work is offering some sort of a free course, if it's something that you're remotely interested in, take it, because you might learn something in there that you didn't think you were going to learn. So that's like utilizing these different elements. So you're doing that because you've got the elk. The elk is very aware. The elk is very grounded. And the elk, like I said, is really in tune with these cycles. So you're being in tune with the cycles. You're observing that. And you've been observing a period of rest and healing. It's a period of rest and healing. And likely because usually you've been through something that's been kind of exhausting, it's been kind of tiring, it's been emotionally depleting, mentally depleting, and you're doing it because you want to take action again. Like you want to go forward and take action. There's a drive behind you. Wow, and look at that. It's Pisces, Aquarius, and I think it's Virgo. Sorry, Capricorn. Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn. And we have 3 different elements. We have the element of water, air, and earth. 3 different elements. So remember, the Magician is reminding us, you know, knowing which element to use in a manifestation. Which element to use. Usually I would use the wand or the cup sort of first, to kind of delve into your feelings and your emotions and just kind of mix it up a bit. Like fantasize about things that you want. Like that can be kind of the first step. Like the cups could kind of be the first step. It's a little heavy, or the wands too, because that energy can be a little bit similar in terms of your passions and your desires. So it's like you're taking this rest. You're really utilizing it well. You're taking a rest, you're recovering. You have been, or you will be, depending where you see yourself in this timeline. And then you've got it almost like in the right order, let's say. This action. And it's based on cup energy, air energy, and earth energy here. So I'm going to see what tarot cards go under each one of these. One more. I got my teeth cleaned today. They feel so clean. I love that. Yeah, it went well today. My hygienist had a better day. Yeah, she didn't do so good the last time. She was very sad, but she was okay. We'll put that there. The cards are acting funny. It almost feels like they're fighting against each other. Wow, look at you. You're trying to bring in something big. Okay, the Ten of Cups is at the bottom of this deck. Let's look at the bottom of all of them. That's like happiness. It's pouring, it's flooding, it's pouring over with happiness. And you get the Page of Swords. Yo, see, this is utilizing something here. This might have been taking place too during this resting period, this healing and recovering energy. This page is like watching and learning. Watching and learning. Ooh, the shark. The shark. Something from the depths. The depths needing to be revealed, which is interesting when you look at what's sitting under that. Something deep within needing to come out to be revealed here. And I think what's so interesting about that, and then we're upside down, so there's, okay, all the cards that are appearing under the shark. So likely I think is it the other ones that I did yesterday? There was quite a story sitting behind some of the underlines. The underline was like the full story. So there's a shark here. There's something deep. It's in the water. So it's emotion, it's feelings. It's something that's got to be revealed. It's just sitting, it's kind of circling. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone else. But this energy at some point, it's got to come up. It feels like it's coming up because then we have the raccoon, which is kind of like a hermit mode energy. But then we have the elephant, which is, you know, lighting up its way, making some progress. And then I get the bear, which is this very deep spiritual guidance energy. So there's something going on here that's coming up. Because you have like really, you have very high hopes for whatever it is you're manifesting, or you see it as something that is like, this is you want this. Your Magician, you have the Two of Cups with the Magician. With the Four of Swords, you have the Ace of Cups, right? Like you're resting, recovering, getting ready for a new beginning. And then your Knight of Swords, you have the Ten of Pentacles. You have the two best tens in the deck. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Manifesting, the Two of Cups, that's what the Magician is doing here. This is what you're doing here. This is what you want. This is what you're working towards. Is this Two of Cups, this healing. This is what's really nice about this deck, because you can look at the Two of Cups and it's an equal give and take. It could be a soulmate connection, it could be some sort of soul contract. But what's really beautiful about this is it's two dolphins. And dolphins are like, they're playful. It's healing energy. It's really fun. I'm really getting like this inner child energy from this Two of Cups. And look at, like, a lotus is in the water, but then another lotus is produced above them. It is very protective energy. Oh, it's kind of cute. They almost make like a little heart. They make like a little heart to little dolphins. Almost create like a portal too, and I'm looking at it from a distance. It is an equal energy. You are creating, you want to manifest something here that's equal. You have been resting and recovering for a new beginning. This is what you want, a new beginning. You want something new. You want the potential for something new and feelings and emotions here. Really diving into that, like really exploring it, but on an equal level, right? You don't want to settle for something that's not equal. That's what you want here. And then you want to, it's like you want to rush towards it. You've been perhaps maybe spending a lot of time with COVID in this Four of Swords, resting and recovering and healing and meditating. And now it's just pent up, wanting to charge towards this. You see this person, this situation, this opportunity, whatever it is for you, you see it as, oh, geez, look at that. See, and then the Four of Swords is sitting under this Ten of Cups. You see it as something that could be like just, it's ultimate happiness. In your eyes, this is ultimate happiness. Yeah, there's an awful lot that's been going on behind your Four of Swords. I say that a lot with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords and Four of Pentacles, because it is all about, it doesn't look like much is going on to passersby who's like, oh yeah, George hasn't left his house in weeks. I don't know what's going on there. He's probably just watching Netflix or sleeping or, you know, might be, but also a lot going on like internally. It is a time for internal work when you have the swords, because you're trying to bring stability and balance into yourself. What was underneath here? You get the Four of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, and then the Fool, and then the Lust card, which is the Strength card, and then the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles. Wow, this keeps going on and on. Nothing is in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands. Okay, we're reversed. The Six of Swords reversed. The Ten of Cups, the Four of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, the Strength card, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you are looking for a brand new beginning here that is like, it's kind of like you figured out the system. You figured out the system. You've figured out to you what happiness means, what equality and happiness and love and feelings and emotions and stability means. And having figured that out, now you want to charge towards it. I feel like I need to pull out more cards for you. The Teeny Tiny Tarot. Oh, I did that yesterday. The Teeny Tiny Tarot. Oops. You know, the first thing I'm going to do is a shark. I'm going to say, I don't know if this is you or someone else. So it's something that needs to be revealed here. Something that's going to be revealed, whether that's you or someone else. Let's find out what it is, if the tarot will tell us what this is that the shark is going to reveal, and then it'll give you an idea. It's going to reveal the Seven of Pentacles. It seems so Taurus. You're still like working on it. He's a Taurus. Oh my goodness. The Seven of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands. So there is trying to reevaluate. Trying to get communication and movement going here. Trying to reevaluate, get communication and movement going again. That's what this shark is bringing up from the depths. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles for Taurus. A judgment. So wanting a rebirth. So wanting a rebirth, wanting a new beginning in this. This could be, this possible that it could be someone from your past even, and you're trying to get this to go again. Like you want to reevaluate the situation, or maybe in the situation you are in now. This could be like if you're with someone right now and you want to reevaluate how things are going. Maybe there's things that haven't been discussed, right? With the shark energy, things that haven't been discussed. So you want to discuss those, or somebody does with you, to kind of bring a rebirth here, to kind of get like a second new beginning on it. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, because you're the Four of Swords, and that would make sense. Especially with the Five of Pentacles, needing to rest and recover from something that you felt isolated from. Something that you felt no longer a part of. It does kind of feel like the energy that's coming out with the clarifiers, Taurus, like someone from your past or someone that you've been in a connection with before. The Magician and the Two of Cups. The Magician and the Two of Cups. The Magician and the Two of Cups. The Two of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So trying to figure, like, yeah, you're trying to manifest this, but you're sort of indecisive too. So the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you're not sure, do I start with the Pentacle energy or do I go into with the Cup energy? Do I get emotional? Do I talk about my feelings? Or do I talk about the more practical side of this new beginning here? The Elk. Let's see what we can tell you about the Elk energy, utilizing the cycles and the energies here. The Elk. The Hermit and the Wheel. I want to say, it kind of, with the Hermit and the Wheel, it's kind of as if you've gone into some sort of self-reflection here, which is obviously also seen in this Four of Swords. You've gone into some sort of self-reflection and feeling like something is destined. Feeling like something is destined for you, or feeling like you at least want to be able to change the karmic cycle that you're in, right? Because this Elk is trying to really harness that power and that ability with that. So depending, like, on how you see yourself in this reading, okay, the Three of Swords is at the bottom. So either you or someone else is heartbroken. It looks like heartbroken over something that's happened in the past. Somebody wants to reevaluate, reassess the situation, communicate about it, and you're not quite sure. These are your cards, so I want to say you're not quite sure on whether to have, like, try this new beginning in a very practical and tangible way, or just go on the emotional route here. Do you want me to ask? Do? It's kind of up to you guys too, like how, you know, if you see yourself in this, or you see this a possibility as someone else from your past. What is the best course of action for Taurus? What is the best course of action for Taurus? The Star and the Queen of Wands. You know what? It kind of tells me, like, these two energies are really, like, bang on, really confident, looking after themselves, going after their dreams and their desires, really, like, really looking after themselves and going after their dreams and their desires. And balance. So feeling that balance too, making sure that you feel balance in yourself with this Star card, because that's the most effective way to make things really manifest. Because you can try to utilize, and maybe you're not quite there with the Magician and the Elk energy, because there does seem to be some sort of conflict. Do I go in with this Pentacle energy, or do I go in with this Cup energy? Because the Magician is about really, okay, so how do you know, Cindy, right? Like, how do you know which element to use? It should really come in a way that you don't even realize you're manifesting. And that's when things come towards us. You know, they always say, as soon as you stop looking for a job, well, then you find one. Or as soon as you stop looking for a partner and being interested in relationships, oh, then one falls in your lap. That's kind of because now you've released and you're vibrating at a very high level that is the same vibrational energy as the universe, and it starts responding to you because you're not forcing anything or trying anything. And the Star is really about coming into that alignment in your emotional, spiritual, and even physical balance here. And at the bottom, yeah, the Five of Wands, there's still some sort of conflict, either internal or maybe even external, that you want to deal with here with someone. So there, I'm gonna leave it at that, Taurus. So that's yeah, next time I see you, it won't be a vacation reading, so maybe I'll be all tanned and relaxed. I'm already kind of going there. Anyways, all right, thank you so much, Taurus. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.